Oh, Dave, I think those darn kids are making noise again.
They are. They are.
Here we go. Let's have some Scooby-Doo fun. Ready?
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Hey, Dave. You know what I was doing while you were yelling at the kids? I was looking
What?
for clues over in the clues closet.
Oh my gosh. Wasn't that convenient for this episode?
I love it. I tell you what. Oh my God. Some differences in opinions on the episodes here. Like, oh my God, did I love that circus episode? But Dave, not womp womp womp.
Wah, wah, wah.
Anyways, hey everybody, welcome to Late Horror Show. I'm Dino as always, and this is Zoinks Scoob, the podcast. What is going on? That is Dave Plouffe. He is the puppet master.
That's right. I like that episode much better.
Okay, and we'll talk about that. And I'm Dino as always. So make sure you guys smash that like button, hit it, or whatever you want to do. I don't know, rub it a little bit, or go.
As long as it gets us a thumbs up.
Yeah, that'll do. Check out the description below. And yes, let's get right into this. This is going to be fun. Episode 9 and 10 of Scooby-Doo. Fantastic. This has been fun, Dave. I've been loving it. I am going to say hello to everybody over there in the chat. Yes. Let's say hello to John Swan. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. No, you're not. Connie Cleary. Oh my God. Yeah, do some hollering, Dave. Connie Cleary. Hi, Boy Donuts. Harry Scott. What's going on? Edward Stewart is here. Gigi, I want to thank you for the memberships. I appreciate it. It's much love to you. Anyways, Chad, Horror Junkie for Life. Mr. Ed is here. Andrea. Gerald Mahoney is here. And who else is here? J.O.B. Good to see you, my friend. Toon, Andrea, Liz, Lizzie. 1920s. What is going on? Good to see you, 1920s.
Throwback, yes.
Oh, it's a great decade. It's funny. I saw him in the chat, or her, on the. Let me know, 1920s. Her? Him? Why am I thinking her? Anyways, let me know. And I shall always and forever remember. So yes, there you go. That's everybody, I do believe. Thank you again for all the thumbs up. Make sure you comment. And we got a hell of a lineup coming up later every week, all the way through October. And Dave, what is going on? And JoJo is here. I'm in the back row. Arrived late. Yeah, there's a seat back there somewhere. Him, 1920s, him. So thank you for letting me know that. I will always know that, because there were people that I thought was a different sex, and it took about 2 years before I figured it out. Good to have you, JoJo. Everybody, let's get into it. Scooby-Doo. Dave, say your piece, and then we will move on.
Your piece.
Okay, thank you. What the Okay, so I tell you, Dave, there were a couple of funny things in the circus episode.
But we're not going to cover that yet. Let's get to the backstage rage.
I know, but I can hardly wait to get to the second episode. Max the Midget and Sam's.
Oh, God, there was some parts there, I admit. Oh, my God, that I cracked up. I couldn't even write my notes. I was laughing so hard.
It was great.
You want to do that one first?
Max the Midget on the tandem bike with the strong man. Where they were going, I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to move my pages forward, and we're going to go ahead and talk about.
You want to talk about that one first?
That one first. Bedlam in the Big Top. Let's get that out of the way.
Okay, let me find it. Yeah, why
Oh
not?
my goodness.
We're going to talk about episode 10 and then go to 9 because it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter at all.
No, but this cracked me up. Not only is it there a clown, which Dave hates and I love, but I love the circus, and I thought little things in this were hilarious, like the strong man and Max the midget on the tandem bicycle with suitcases leaving the dang circus because of the jinx. And listen, I don't know. They're I don't know what's going on. Who rides a tandem bike?
Especially a special one where the smaller bike is in front. It was like, you know how you normally have a bike with a kid thing in the back?
Yeah.
The kid thing is in the front and it's a separate bike.
And what did they call Max? They call Fred comes up and goes, the little man. Or what? I don't know. Let me say thank you real quick to Connie Clary. Gifted 1 membership, level 2 support. Thank you very much, Connie. Thank you. Oh, geez. Chad, I forgot to mention you, my friend. Good to see you. Stephanie, what is going on? Good to see everybody in the chat.
And Horror Junkie for Life. I already hugged Bo for you. I saw that message come in earlier. She's up there on her bed where she's been the last 2 hours. So,
is it hot there?
90s.
It's getting hot there. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's not too bad. But okay, let's do it. This is episode 10, season 1, of course. Bedlam in the Big Top. And the opening scene already is just horror clown vibes, like Terrifier or whatever other scary clown you could possibly think of. This clown looked cool. And the whole episode's about a ghost clown, I guess, scaring off circus performers. I don't know.
Right. It is a scary opening. We're on a hillside. We're overlooking basically a nighttime scene of a circus. We have the big tents. We have a couple performance trailers, things like that. And as we pan over, we get some trees and shrubbery, and we get a very wicked looking clown. That's what I wrote down. Quote, wicked clown.
Yes, very, very cool. As far as clowns go, which, you know, Herman the Clown, see, nothing gets in shot anymore. Herman the clown that was on my set for many, many years, is still here, but he's over there and he's got a broken neck. I'm not showing him. I don't want to scare you, Dave. Okay. But he's got a broken neck and it's off to the side, and it'll give you nightmares, you know, but yeah, very wicked clown. Thank you, Horror Junkie for Life. $2 super sticker, lemon character blowing a big red heart. Thank you, Horror Junkie. Much appreciated always. Sailor Outlaw, George is here. What is going on? Good to see you. And as I said before, Stephanie Press, good to see you as well. So Dave, yeah. Then we immediately, I think, pretty immediately.
Right next, we got the bicycle.
Yeah, you go like the wicked. Think of the music in your head right now as the Wicked Witch of the West going the West, East, the West. Yeah, you know, the tornadoes going and flying through the clouds, and you hear the music going. You get who is it? Sam the Strong Man.
Yes.
And last time I'm going to say it, Max the Midget.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does that bother you? Does it seriously?
Just like Max.
Okay. Just.
Thank you. I'm here all week. And they're riding along. Okay, they're cruising along, and Max is all like, "Hey, something's not right."
I cannot say. I'm sorry, Dave. I cannot say enough how much the scene itself was cracking me up.
Yes.
If you haven't watched the episode, some of you guys watched it, I think, and good to see Ezra too. Have watched it, you know, before we did this. I think maybe Mr. Ed or somebody else too. But seeing the strong man and the little guy in the front, and the suitcases on there somehow, and like you said, the front of it was smaller, and they're off leaving the circus up this road. You know, they got a long way to go, I think, on this bike. The strong man's okay, but
where are they going?
I don't know about Matt.
My question I wrote down. Where are they going? They have to go to the circus.
There's a little old lodge up the street. We've got vacancies, son. Come. We have pastries and pies in the morning. No, I mean, I don't know.
All right. So then we have
You think they're going to camp out in the woods?
They've got to. There's no other place around.
And they'll be singing songs with a fire like they did in the West, you know? Oh, the circus has gone, the ghost of the clowns. And they got and Max will be going, and the ghost of the clowns. I don't know. I'm confused. But go ahead, Dave.
All right. So we get a cutscene of the mystery machine. The whole gang's in there. And the quote from Shaggy, "Hey guys, look at that crazy drag race." And Fred's all, "Oh no, I think they're in trouble." And so just then we look back at the bike and the bike separates. Now, normally when a bike separates, you immediately fall down.
Crash, yeah.
That's it. But no, these guys keep pedaling.
He keeps pedaling and Max goes woo, way up into a giant oak.
They're pedaling for a long time. And so then, you know, boom, they both crash. The mystery machine stops. Fred gets out and says to the weightlifter guy, Sam, quote, "Where's the little guy?"
Where's the little guy?
And at that point, I couldn't see straight because Sam says, "He flew over there."
And Scooby goes over there.
Yeah.
And the little Max, the little guy, falls off the tree 30 feet down, lands directly on Scooby. And Scooby starts to ride him like
that far from the ground.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't break his fall that much.
First of all, I mean, I pray that his is all right because he landed directly on Scooby like a horse in white satin. It was funny, Dave. And Scooby starts like running with him. And Max is like saddling him on the side doing some kind of circus. Listen, I don't know. It was a weird, tripped out time, man. That's all I got to say, Dave.
It was the 1960s. So
yeah, it was trippy. But yeah, no. And then the gang says, or Fred says, he goes, "Hey, yo, what's up? He goes, "Let's go investigate this. There's something to this." And they head straight to the circus.
Yeah. Where they see the ringmaster, and the ringmaster,
Mr. Barnstorm.
What's his name?
Mr. Barnstorm.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
So he goes and they talk to Mr. Barnstorm.
And they told him about the strong man. Yeah.
Yeah. They say, "Hey, man, we just left the strong man and the midget in the road." He goes, "Oh, man, they took off. That's it. My circus is done. It's over.
The circus is not going to open this year. Oh, no." And they said, "Why?" They said, "Well, it's a ghost clown, kids. it's a ghost clown. And he's scaring off all my circus performers. So there's nobody left." Meanwhile, everything's going, like the tent's going. There's elephants that need to be fed. They're feeding themselves unless Mr. Barnstorm is taking care of everything. I mean, can you imagine feeding all these animals and shoveling the giant 2-foot tall pile of elephant poop? I mean, maybe don't.
Can now. Thanks.
Yeah. Trippy with Bozo the Clown. Trippy with Bozo. Anyways, so he's complaining, and the kids are going to go and do their thing. They're going to go investigate.
Well, what happens is Scooby turns around and sees there's a clown actually listening in, but we don't see the clown. We see a shadow. He swiftly goes to investigate. And when he comes, and then everyone leaves, but they forget Scooby. So we see the mystery machine with 4 individuals in there. And then Shaggy goes, "Hey, where's Scoob?
Where's Scoob?
They've never forgotten."
What's up with the mystery machine? Is it getting overhaul? They have a CIA setup in the back, and it's just, you don't see it.
No, it's all empty. So it's just, the 4. How can you miss Scooby? You don't miss him in the first 9 episodes, but in episode 10, they're so high they forget Scooby.
Yeah, it's weird, but Scooby plays a part in the script because Scooby is going to go around the corner where he saw the shadow, and all of a sudden, you're going to find out that this ghost clown has a pocket watch, and he hypnotizes Scoob. He hypnotizes Scooby,
Not a
and he
gold
says,
watch.
"What's that?"
Did you say a gold watch?
No, I just said a pocket watch.
No, it's not a pocket watch.
What? Oh, Professor, what is it?
It's a gold coin.
What?
Yes.
Is
It's
it on a chain?
on a string. Yes. Because the quote is,
Huh.
watch the coin of gold and do what you are told.
Well, I missed that completely. My brain was telling me pocket watch, and it's not. Okay, so good on you, Dave.
Thank you.
Professor.
And hello, Andrea Black.
Professor and a puppet master. Dave's got it all going on here.
That's it.
But yeah, no, he says you are to do the high wire act, he says.
Yes.
And Scoob's not good at the high wire act, Dave.
Oh, he's actually fantastic.
Well,
he's hypnotized.
He's got big feet. It's not good. It's not conducive to high wire act. I tried
he's
one
got
time.
One of those long bars and everything to help balance him out, and he's doing really good. And then the clown, this is one of the funniest parts too, is that the clown is on the ground going like this, like he's actually walking Scoob.
Go ahead.
Exactly. And then when he wants Scoob to do a flip in midair, he does this. And it's like all of a sudden he's like, literally.
Look what I'm building. My newest set just so happens to be a circus. Look at that, Dave. Is that cool and coincidental? I mean, look at that. Anyways, continue.
I don't think I want to.
Okay, you don't have to. I wanted to show my circus. Okay, I'm back.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that was a bad idea. Grumpy Dad over here is getting pissed off.
No, I'm just grumpy neighbor.
How dare you get up during the show and show us something? Okay, so it's a coin, okay, and he's doing a high wire act.
Yeah, and we got Scoob walking, doing his little flips, and then all of a sudden he wakes up out of the trance and he's all like, "Uh-oh."
Uh-oh. He says, roll.
That's what he says, yes.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling. Or there's something going on a little later.
So during this time, you got Velma and you got Shaggy. That sees Scooby up there. And they're
in
all
the big top tent.
He's big top tent. He's on the little tension line and everything. Shaggy pushes out the trampoline to save him. And Velma climbs up the ladder and she tosses him, quote, "an umbrella. Here's for your balance."
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. She don't know circus stuff. That's for sure. Because you need that big, heavy
tight line.
You need the big, heavy pole that balances your weight.
Yes, and don't be throwing stuff at me when I'm trying to balance.
Throw an umbrella at me.
Hello, Karen.
Did you ever try to jump off the roof with an umbrella when you were younger?
Never.
I did. And you know what happened?
No.
It went just inside out, and I fell to the ground. Just too much inertia going down to the
something like that.
Yeah, ground. I don't know. Good to see you, Karen.
It's too bad you didn't jump and meet another jumper mid-flight and have a fight with them, and then get his parachute onto you. And, oh, sorry, that was a James Bond movie.
Yeah, I was going to say I was a kid, and this was just a little rough. Good. Karen, thank you for all as well as Harry. In 24 hours, Harry was the only comment last night. Thank you very much, Harry. I appreciate that. And Karen, thank you for all your comments. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Black Roses has showed up. What's going on, Jody? And that's it. Yeah. So yeah. And all of a sudden, the clown is off to the side too. And takes him out of his trance, and then Scooby's up there just like wobbling around and stuff like that. Yeah, it's fun, Dave. What?
He falls.
Okay.
And then there's this scene that goes on for too long.
Well, they grabbed the trampoline, but yeah.
On the trampoline. They
Yeah.
should have got a net, but no, they got a trampoline. And so you got Scooby bouncing on the trampoline. You got Shaggy and Velma bouncing on the trampoline. And it goes on for like 3 minutes on a 25-minute show.
Well, and he bounces over into this house.
Why is a house in a circus?
But when he jumps into the house off of the trampoline,
A house without a roof.
yes, but he somehow gets perfectly tied up around his waist in helium balloons. And he goes, "Ruh-roh, I'm rolling rup." He's falling up.
Thank you.
"Ruh-roh, I'm rolling rup." This is what he says.
Would-
With helium balloons.
Yes. Would you like to say hello to the mummy and the monkey?
Oh, the mummy and the monkey is here. What's going on? Janet and James. Hello, you meddling kids. That's something James would say. Hey, James, what's going on? Good to see you guys. And so is Tom O. Hey, Tom O. Good to have you guys. But yeah, no, he's perfectly like got the balloons tied around him. He's floating up. So Shaggy and Velma, what are they going to do, Dave?
They can't do anything.
They're trying.
They're running around, but the clown pulls out these darts. He goes, "I'll get you down."
Hold on. And as he's throwing the darts, no, go ahead.
All right. So he's throwing the darts, right? And the first one goes bam. And Scooby, oh my God, they're shooting at me.
They're rooting at me. Anyways, whatever. What got me though was Shaggy wanted, "Scoob, I'm coming," and he runs up to a ladder and he goes, "Shoot! It's a clown's rubber ladder." It falls down, just slides down. I'm like, "What the heck is this? A rubber ladder?" Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that, Dave. See you guys next week.
All right.
But no, the clown keeps throwing the darts, slowly getting them down. And yeah, it gets them down. We're both here just watching on the big TV, just saying hi on the phone, a fun way to unwind on a Sunday night. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. Always good to wind down on a Friday night to The Mummy and the Monkey and all those farts. Can never have enough farts, Dave, right?
Depends what you eat.
It doesn't matter. No, it does. Beans, Taco Bell, Torgo Bell. Anyways, okay, come on. So are we? Is that it? He falls down to the ground. They get him. He's okay.
He falls. He's safe. He'll be back in the next episode.
Does he use the clapper?
But then we got to go over and see Fred and Daphne.
Oh,
and
God.
They see the ghost clown heading into the costume tent.
Hey,
I didn't know there was a costume tent, but I guess there is.
Oh, yeah.
Wants to do a wardrobe change.
Yeah.
And Sweet Indigo is here.
Hey, Sweet Indigo. What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you, Sweet. Yeah, no, there's a wardrobe tent for all the performers. And yeah, they go in there and Fred's looking in the one wardrobe and Daphne is. Listen, we got another funny scene coming up here with Daphne. But what happens is Fred gets pulled into the one wardrobe section.
He doesn't get pulled in. He gets pushed in. Pulling is like this. Pushing is this. And thank you for watching the late horror show.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So Fred gets pushed into this wardrobe.
Yeah.
You know, all we need is now the lion and the witch, right? And Daphne is like gonna be again gold coin in front of her, and she gets hypnotized, which is something I've wanted to do.
Hypnotized, yes.
Yes, and so he then somehow
do as and he just says
her as a ballerina.
Well, he says
her on a unicycle.
Well, hold on. That's the funny part. Boy, Dave leaves out way too many. Dave, we need to have a talk after this. Details.
We always have a talk after this.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so nothing changes. So, but he hypnotizes. He says, "You are going to do as I say." I tell you, that's wrong, Dave, in all sorts of ways.
It is.
But the funny part is Velma and Shaggy. You see them walking like past the scene, and as they're walking in the tent, Shaggy and Velma from a distance, they're walking out of scene. As they do, Daphne, like you said, comes speeding by on a unicycle and a leotard. And again, this is another scene that I started cracking up laughing at. Am I wrong? Was that not funny?
You're wrong, because it was silly. I mean, it was like, why is she on a unicycle? Quote, she can't even ride a bicycle, according to Shaggy.
Shaggy says she can't even ride a bicycle, is what she says. Yeah, that tripped me out. But no, the scene, how it looked.
Oh, God. Well, and then, okay, she's riding this unicycle, and she heads into the elephant tent. Yeah. And one of the elephants is eating, so its trunk is down, and she rides up and over and over and over, all like a whole string of elephants. And then somehow she gets
the old
Tim
Conway scene.
Turns around, all the way back down.
Yeah, the Tim Conway and the Carol Burnett sketch.
That is
elephant.
Fantastic. That's a great.
Oh my God, the two trunks go together and they snorkel. They sneeze and
one of these guys gets real big. Yes.
Oh my God, it doesn't get any funnier than Tim Conway and Carol Burnett. And I'm serious, the funniest stuff on the planet ever. Tim Conway on the Carol Burnett show. Anyways, especially the old man when he plays the old man. Oh, it's so good, so good. But yeah, she's in the animal tent and she's just riding all around, and she does finally make her way out, right?
Well, no, she doesn't,
No?
because
She doesn't.
Scooby luckily knows elephant talk.
Okay, the other, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
So
Daphne gets wet.
Yeah, he talks to the elephant and says, "Hey, drink up all this water and shoot it out of your trunk at Daphne." But somehow the elephant first shoots Scooby and gets Scooby all wet. And Scooby's all, "You fool, I said to do that to Daphne."
Lots of that. What a ham. Thank you, Tomo. Yeah, Daphne gets all wet and she comes to.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Oh, what the heck was that? You got something underneath the desk? What's going on? Somebody was like they were like, what's going on? I don't. Anyway,
that's scary.
That was a little spooky.
Remind me to mute next time.
Yes, please do. You must always be ready for the trigger day. Okay, so now they got a plan. Fred has come up with a plan that they're going to chase him, or have him chase somebody into the animal cage, the trailer. And as they run through, because there's a door on each end, they'll close the door behind them, which, I mean, would you come in through the first door if you see the front door closed? But anyways, that's their goal. And they're gonna trap them that way, Dave.
Yes, they are.
Shush, Black Roses. Stop. John Swan, jinkies. Oh boy, it can get out of hand real fast. Daphne
it already has.
Oh, I mean, the many different talents of Scooby-Doo. Yep, that's true. Scooby always comes through in the end.
How many Scooby snacks are they going to make Scooby? Because they got to get the fastest runner, and the fastest runner is going to be Scooby-Doo. And this is like, we don't have enough Scooby snacks, so we're going to give you something else. We're going to give you a super duper hero sandwich.
Yeah, and it's like, of course, this 2 feet tall, and they both start fighting over it. And that's where Shaggy says, I'm the track guy, is what he says.
Yeah.
And they say we'll do and split it, is what they'll do. Yeah. K.O. Joe, greetings from Raleigh, North Carolina. What's going on? K.O. Joe, K.O.J.O. Welcome to the Late Late Horror Show. What is going on?
I
Good
just
to
ordered
see
some
you.
plants from North Carolina.
Well, that's not relevant to this show we're doing, Dave.
Actually, it is because I'm the co-host.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. MrMaple.com. I ordered 4.
Mr. What?
MrMaple.com. I ordered
Mr.
4 maple trees for the yard, and
Oh, so the
Yeah,
maple
over.
trees, are they going to go in that middle of the yard where it's
Yep.
all open?
Yep.
Oh, Dave, be careful. You're going to have a lot of shade in about 10 years.
that's what I want.
Will your other side get the sun still? The
Oh yeah,
plants
oh
and
yeah.
roses?
There's plenty of sun, dude. We're in Southern
Oh.
California.
Oh, you've got acreage. Is it a plantation?
Don't want to go there.
Is it that big?
It's good size.
Oh, okay.
0.2 of an acre. 1/5, 20%.
Jeez, that sounds like the size of my bathroom. What the hell? Yeah. Okay.
Again, Southern California.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's expensive land here, is what it is. Okay, so they got this whole plan going together here, and it doesn't really work out, does it, Dave? Take a deep breath.
It does to a certain extent because they do have a clown that follows them, and the thing works great because they do run up into the cage. I wasn't really quite sure how this plan was going to work, but it did. Scooby and Shag ran up through the cage and down, and Fred closed it like he should, and this ghost clown that was like a balloon.
It flies in. It's like filled with helium or something. So that caught me off guard because it's walking around and stuff.
Yeah.
WKRP in Cincinnati. Rest in peace, Lonnie Anderson. Yes, 79 years old, young.
That's very young still.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on, I tell you. Anyways, rest in peace. You will not be forgotten, Lonnie Anderson, for many reasons. WKRP, yeah. I got beef stew cooking slow in the crock pot. Smells amazing, says Mr. Ed. Sounds good. Ezra. Don't they still call it that, though? If it's in like a big enough area and it's still, am I wrong?
Ironically, I actually live on the grounds of a citrus plantation.
Okay, so yeah, you still call it that as if there's a long enough or a big enough property.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Just making sure I'm not saying nothing wrong.
We're all tract homes today, but I mean,
yeah.
It's funny. The big plantation house, literally, I'm looking at it from where I'm sitting.
Oh God, dang it! I hurt myself.
How can you hurt yourself sitting down?
I've got the chair that's
You're like one of my trouble students.
I'm in the chair.
I gotta go home.
Dave, please take over. I've got to go. Meanwhile, I'm sipping a cold milkshake or something. Yoo-hoo. I got Yoo-hoo again. I'm back on that kick.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I should have it
This
down
is
there.
This is day 10 without soda.
Good for you, Dave.
Thank you.
All that sugar is not good for you.
Well, it's ironically, and so I got like lemonade that has very little sugar in it.
Lemonade.
And I also got
that cool
one of those Arnold Palmer drinks.
Yeah.
And I looked on that and it's like 72% sugar. So I just threw it away. I'm like, I can't have that. And it's just like, it should be half tea and half lemonade. I'm thinking it hardly would have anything, but I was wrong. They just injected that thing with sugar. But normally I drink, unsweetened iced tea. So.
Okay, nice. Well, no, it's good that you, J.O.B. New horror film, Killer Cheers, one cheek at a time. Oh, that's a good one. I like it. Yes, they still have plantations down south, like in the bayou. Okay, gotcha, Ezra. Anyways, okay, so let's move on. Where are we at? Okay, so the ghost clown flies into the trailer.
Yeah, so we know he's still free And
because he's off to the side going, you didn't
yeah,
get me.
and he hypnotizes Shaggy now.
He does.
Yes, so he does the gold coin back and forth,
He
and
says,
he's all,
"You are to do the Lion Tamer's act."
are the lion tamer.
Shaggy does not make a good. Shaggy looks pretty rough under hypnotism. Did you see his eyes?
Yes, I did, but that's because he smokes a lot of pot.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know that? He eats Scooby snacks.
What do you think Scooby snacks are injected with?
Dave, let's go along with me. Come on.
Whatever.
Yeah, his eyes were just like, yeah, traumatizing me, man. I mean, I'm like, what the heck's going on? But this was a bad scene. He's whipping the lion, and for some reason, this went on for like half the show.
Yeah, this went on too long as well. I didn't like the safari hat that he had on either. It's like, hey, let's go back in the costume tent, get you all dressed up. Now you're a lion tamer.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of the gang going, hey, Shag, why are you dressing up like a lion tamer? No, he's just boop, all of a sudden dressed in the lion's cage, whipping the lion chair, and Scooby's all like, where the hell are you, Shag?
And sees the clown over there is going to blow the whistle, and Scooby steals it from the clown and goes over there and snaps him out of it by blowing the whistle. Good on.
But wasn't that, again, like he stole the whistle so the clown wouldn't blow it so he could blow it instead at a more convenient time?
Listen, yeah, a little confusing. I didn't like how many times he was hitting that lion is all. And Stephanie, 400 acres. Oh my God. What I would do with all that land.
What was on it?
What would I do on all that land? But she had 400 acres. Yeah, what was on it? Yeah. Was it just land? It could have been just like land, like woods, sand pits,
I not
sand
sand.
pit?
How about quicksand?
Quicksand is good, but yeah.
I was looking at houses in other states and everything, and for what you can get for like a house here in this small area, over in Kansas, you can get like 20 acres. And they have this beautiful picture of this one house I was looking at, and the house was okay. But you look out and it's like, yeah, that hill over there is yours too. It's like, holy moly.
Oh yeah.
It's wild.
The amount of home and land you can get in different parts of the country are just unbelievable. Like where you're at, if you sold that place and found it, you'd be like in heaven. Yeah, if you found the right place. But
yeah.
And you might want to go check on what's going on over there. That doesn't sound good.
Next door?
Yeah, the kids are crying, or is that just laughter?
No, that is laughter.
Okay. Okay. Oh, well, okay. So next, let's get through this episode.
Thank God.
I know, right? Shaggy's got a plan now, Dave.
Does he now?
His plan seems it's going to work out really, really well. Love to have that much property. Yeah, that's true. Oh my God, Black Roses, you're very telling. Keep spilling those secrets. Anyways, so Shaggy's got a plan. So what they do is they wait for the clown. They're going to go after the clown again, and Scooby goes with them. And this time the clown pops out and gets that coin. He's going to hypnotize them again. But this time, Shaggy's looking at it, and at first I thought, okay, it's too late because he's hypnotizing him. But they had enough willpower to both hold up a mirror. And they both hold up the mirror. And the clown is so dumb that he continues to look in the mirror and hypnotize himself.
This was my favorite when the clown, you have all the sparkles around and everything like that, and the clown's just hypnotizing himself. It was.
So he's looking at himself and he's telling himself, because he's looking at the mirror, he's saying, you will be a chimpanzee. You will do as you're told. You are a chimpanzee. And immediately Shaggy and Scoob got him on a leash, the clown, and he's hopping like, man, his poor back.
Scooby has a bunch of bananas hanging from his tail, luring the clown.
And when you find out, and thank you, Ezra, $2 super chat. I love the breakdown of Scooby-Doo. Yeah, you know, all our shows are kind of just having fun, man, and hanging out on a Sunday night, especially these Scooby-Doos. It's just memories, you know what I mean? So thank you, Ezra. I really appreciate that. Thank you. When you find out who the person is that's in the clown outfit, you're going to go, he's going to be tied up in the hospital for weeks, Dave, acting like a chimpanzee.
Sure.
Because you know who it is?
Max the Magnificent?
Max, the little guy.
Yeah. Is it him?
No, it's Harry the hypnotist. He used to work here, but he stole money from us and was sent to prison. So now he's back to take revenge and get his money. And he's an old guy.
He looked like the puppet master from the previous episode.
Exactly, Dave. I think they took the artist kept going with it because, yes, same guy. But he's got to be tied up, and he must be on some kind of turmeric for inflammation or something.
Well, when he got caught, he was like partially dead. He was just, looking down, in the thing. But I guess he's still a chimpanzee, so who knows?
The Joe Rogan podcast.
Actually, really good.
Thank you. Yeah. Chimpanzee noises. So that's that episode. Boy, that took a long time. What?
With Sam the Strongman.
Oh, okay, go on. Finish it.
Yeah, because we're at the circus, because the circus is now open. Everyone's back. Everyone's having a great time. And we see Velma, Daphne, and Fred up in the stands, and they're all, hey, Scoob and Shag, they said something great was going to happen. And in the scene, you see the strong man.
If the strong man can lift that up, says Velma, then he is really Samson.
Yes. And the weights open up. One is Shaggy, one is Scooby. The end.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for ending it properly, Dave.
Thank you. And that is 7.8 on the Richter scale from IMDb. What do you grade it as?
I'd say that's about right. I mean, a lot of times, listen, IMDb is a little screwy. Rotten Tomatoes is even more screwy. But they usually hit it on the button a lot of times on a lot of these older shows. I think because over time, you get a better percentage on rather than some of these newer movies or shows or something like that are like ranked high, and then you watch it and you go, what? That should be like a 6 or something like that. But 7.8. But I have a feeling you don't think so because you weren't, and you can't blame the clown, Dave.
Oh, I can.
Oh, okay, well, go ahead.
Yes, I can. And that's fine. It was a 7.0 for me.
Edward, man, you're thrilled over these gals. Wilma in the streets, Daphne in the sheets.
My goodness.
Edward's what you sipping on tonight, Edward? Oh, what? He's throwing stuff out the window at the kid. Oh, you think we'll make it to where you really are hollering at the kids and you have to actually get up and your face is red and you go out the door and we're still live? And you don't come back for 5 minutes because No.
Nice neighborhood.
Okay.
But then they start cooking and they cook this garlic bread that is just to die for on the barbecue.
Oh man. So that's got to smell really good and dry.
It smells incredible.
Do you holler through your window like, stop cooking that stuff? I didn't know Dave was as grumpy as he was.
Very, very much.
Episode 9 is going to be pale in comparison. Well, I don't know. Episode 9. Yeah, and episode 9 was good too.
Episode 9 was fantastic. What
I really loved about episode 10, the circus One, as I keep belching. What I loved were those certain scenes that just stood out that cracked me up so much. You know what I mean? Like the beginning, especially with Sam and Max on the tandem bicycle.
That was great.
It reminds me of the Jerky Boys. Oh, you got a tandem bicycle? Ooh, could you ride it with me if I come into the store? Oh, ooh. Anyways, some funny stuff. Anyways, okay, let's get to the next one. We're
All right.
going reverse.
We are going in reverse. We are now at episode 9. This is called The Backstage Rage.
And I think it should have been called Puppet Master.
I think it should have been Puppet Master as well.
Yes. But it would have been more spookier. The Backstage Rage sounds a little bit more Scooby-Doo-ish, but I get it. Dave, before we do this one, because it is 10 till, do you want to just go ahead and get the top of the hour stuff done, or you want to wait till the top of the hour?
Yes. Let me open up.
Boy. Okay, everybody. Thank you for being here. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and please leave a comment below after the show. Dave, what do we got coming up in the next few weeks?
Give me a second.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Let me jump over and see how many likes we got. Oh, geez. Hold on. There we go. The mic was on. We were, what do you call that when the mic's going? It's, we're hot.
Yep. Hot mic.
Hot mic. 67 thumbs up. Not bad. Thank you all very much for the thumbs up.
How many people are watching live?
It says 34.
Yeah.
Didn't we have 100 and something last week?
Last 2 weeks in a row, over 100.
Yeah. Everybody decided, it's time to... YouTube pushes these weird things. I've been having some good numbers lately, but tonight's not one of them. Anyway.
That's all right. We're still here.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And next week we're going to be here as well with Kolchak, the Night Stalker. That's right. The original Kolchak movie Dino and I are going to discuss. I cannot wait for next
week. I cannot wait. We are so diehard Kolchak, it's not even funny. And if you haven't checked out our werewolf video, where we talked about Kolchak, the werewolf, just went over 10,000. Wait, what? Just went over 10,000 views. It continues to keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny. Hello, Ben Darth Daka 91. Not sure what that means, but So Dave, we got Kolchak, the movie, The Night Stalker.
Yes, that is going to be on August the 10th. Set your calendar, set your phones, and I hope you all are here. Yeah. The weekend after is Night Gallery, season 2, episode 7. I have loved Night Gallery. I am so glad you decided to do that series with me.
Yes, it's actually after Kolchak. It's the next best show I love talking about. So take that for what you will.
The X-Files is the week after. It's the first one where we have a cryptid type creature. Yeah, the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
We're going to jump back to Circle of Fear after that with the Concrete Captain.
Such a great thumbnail made for that. Yeah.
But not as good as the thumbnail for Columbo, the Most Dangerous Game. That's coming up.
The Most Dangerous Match. That is the title of that. Yeah.
No.
Did I mix two different shows up?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's the Most Dangerous Match, which is a truly HS game. And then the Most Dangerous Game is football.
Oh, I'm going to have to go back and change that.
So why don't you leave that thumbnail alone and change it to the Most Dangerous Match? We'll cover that coming up. That'll be our next Columbo.
So we'll do that one instead?
No. Just push that one date forward.
Okay.
So that the next
we'll talk about this after. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the game first, then the match. Because
my game, set, match.
Yeah. Hello.
Is there an episode on set? Anyways.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of Columbo titles that are very close together. And then, yeah, so we're going to do that one. And then by the time we're done there, it's September, and we're going to do an Art Bell Ghost to Ghost.
Nice. Planet of the Apes, the TV series. Yeah, I was confused making, talking about that and making the thumbnail. I was like, wait a second, why is it popping up match? Maybe he got it wrong, but no, you didn't. Okay. My bad. Yeah, I would love it. You know what? I may start talking about some stuff on Saturdays. So there may be an extra show during the week, either a Saturday or wait, what are you shaking your head, Dave? I'll talk about this afterwards. Maybe is Sunday enough, you think? Yeah.
For me.
Well, not with you. I know you can't. I mean, you're too busy, Mr. Professor. The most dangerous game, lawn darts. Oh, boy. Okay, so let's get to it.
And Ed, we're going to do In Search Of. Right now, I got it set in October.
Okay, yep.
So
kind of that Halloween feel. Sounds perfect. Okay, Dave, the backstage rage. Boy, this show tonight, it feels like we've been doing it for 2 hours already. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Whew. Stretch a little bit here. Okay, go on, Dave.
And by the way, this is show 115.
Wow, we've done a lot of shows.
We have.
Yes. Okay, so the backstage rage. I love the opening here too.
Opening is great. I love, and especially for the Scooby-Doos, they always have the watercolor images, kind of like, obviously Charlie Brown, but they're dark and they're usually at night. And in this case, Scoob and Shag are walking home from the pizza parlor where they've already had 2 pizzas. And they've got another one in a box, and they're walking.
You never have too much, Scoob.
And they're all like, "Hey, I'm hungry. Are you hungry?" And Scooby's all like, "Yeah." So they break open this pizza, and Shaggy does this Harlem Globetrotter thing.
Hey, he's going to spin it on his finger.
And of course, here's Scoob, dump, and he eats all the way around. He goes, "Hey, man, thanks for saving my finger."
Yeah. Oh well. And then you get this as that's going on, and
Shaggy right there.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I had a question here.
Oh yeah.
What was your favorite pizza joint as a kid? Where you lived? Where did you go?
Okay, so there's 2. When I was real young, my family always got pizza at Mamma Mia's Pizza on Memphis Avenue. And that doesn't mean anything to you, but Mamma Mia's was a little Italian family-owned pizza place. And you can go into it for spaghetti, whatever, right. But it was the go-to for my family. My grandma or grandfather being Sicilian, he was real picky on that pizza. But Mamma Mia's. Then when I got into my teens, in my early 20s, there was a place nearby called Liberty Pizza, which is no longer there. They were open 24/7. They lived there. The front was very small with one of those flat Pac-Man machines.
Yeah.
And real cramped, but the counter was right there, and you look over and they're sitting there just making the pizza. And then they'd sit down, guy'd talk to I think it was his mother and the son, just back and forth, you would even hear her holler at him, stuff like that. But this was late teens, early 20s when I still stay up late, but I would stay up late watching movies and stuff, and I'd get hankering for some pizza, so I would get my small cheese pizza with double sauce, double cheese, onions, and pineapple all the time. And to this date, nothing ever tasted as good as that pizza did. I don't know what it was, if it was the combination of ingredients and the way they made it, but nothing holds up to it, and they're no longer there anymore, and it kind of sucks. But yeah, those are my two pizza places. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we just had mostly chains around here, but we also
That would hurt your teeth.
What?
That would hurt your teeth.
It
How
does,
would-
unless you soften the chain first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So no pizza places around you.
Not a whole, and again, this is like SoCal, and we had Antonio's, which was decent. My dad would go there, but then he wasn't around. And then we had Red Devil, and that's where you would go after like all the sports games and things like that. If you were in like Little League or whatever. And that place was just, it was a bunch of tables with benches. And I mean, it went through the whole width of the place. And we had, my favorite though was just the local Pizza Hut, because they would have this video games standing up, and everything to play. But
I'd say for the family, the local Pizza Hut, like when it was like you could go in and sit down, and they had the buffet in the middle, and the booths and all that, and the smell of the Pizza Hut. It just, that was really, really good, and we loved going there all the time. That was a good thing.
The stripe roof.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ezra, member for 15 months. Thank you very much, my friend, for the support over all that time. And oh my God, did you say pineapple? Yes. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing for you, but for me, you get the onions, and then that flavor or whatever. It's kind of, onion's a strong flavor. Wait, it's a DPP, double pineapple pizza. Take your video off again. Look what it says. DPP, double pineapple pizza.
How about deep pan pepperoni?
Well, that sounds good too, but pineapple adds a sweetness, and it makes it,
it is nasty.
Preference, no, it's the best thing ever, man. I tell you.
You give me some fresh basil on it. Oh, I did start going to this new place called Angela's, and I'll give them a shout out.
Yeah? What's been going on, Dave? Tell us about it.
They're in San Dimas, and it's a family-owned place, and they have fantastic pizza.
A pizza place.
And so I'll stop in and get like just a small, they either have the regular cheese, which is fine with me, or they'll do the special, which is more of the veggies and everything. And they're both under $20. I mean, the full on is $20 for all the extras, and then the cheese is like 15, 16. But it's family owned. They got pictures of Dean Martin and Frankie, of course, Sammy Davis Jr. They've got all the it's an old Italian family, and it's really nice. So
yeah, nothing like those old little diners and pizza places that are old school, and even celebrities came in during the day. Yeah, it's even I had the opportunity. Listen, we'll get to Scooby-Doo. Hold on, we can get to Scooby-Doo in about 10 minutes. But we had a theater. Edward Stewart, the old Little Caesars back on. That's interesting. I don't remember. Nothing compares to good old New York sliced pizza. Ezra Carter, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. No pineapple, sir. Best pizza, crispy pizza in New York. Well, again, that's your opinion, and good on you. But we all have different tastes, flavors, textures, everything. We all vary in our in what we like. And what I just talked about is my all-time ever favorite pizza. So, it is what it is. But there's a lot of people who like it, and they go, the best pizza's a New York style, thin, crispy. You got to pick it up and you got to bite into it and get that crispy crunch. No, listen, there's nothing wrong with a nice, moist, doughy pizza too that was cooked fresh with lots of. Anyways, we all got different flavors, but I got you. Did anyone ever have grilled pizza? I don't think so. Anyways, okay. What else were we talking about? Did I miss something?
We were talking about Scooby-Doo, but Mamma Mia's Pizza in Cleveland is closed now.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It hasn't been around for a little while. Unfortunately, yeah. It's the good places go. I mean, all those little places ended up going out of business, or people retired and the family and the kids didn't want to continue the legacy. It's whatever.
And J.O.B. says, I like cold pizza, and that's something that I would agree with.
I also like cold spaghetti. If you make a nice batch, if you make a nice batch of spaghetti, which I can pass down from my grandmother, after you're done eating it and you put it in that fridge, I like to take it out cold by the fork, and actually I put it on butter bread and just eat it it tastes so good.
I like it when it's so cold and you have to cut it with a knife and a fork.
You put it in the freezer and you got
not a freezer, but popsicle. It's like, because I got an Italian deli near me, and so I'll get their pizza. Sometimes I'll get their chili or pizza. Good God, their what are we talking about?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Thank you.
Yeah. What the heck? Mid-sentence, Dave forgets what we're talking about.
And then sometimes I'll get their chili spaghetti as well.
Yeah.
And, I'm a single guy, so whatever I don't eat goes in the
refrigerator. I'm a single guy.
Yeah. I don't have to put, it on a plate or anything like that. So I'll just cut it right in the pan that it comes in. Yeah. And it's just, I love it when it's got that consistency where it's kind of like still on the solid side. It doesn't like fall away into the different noodles and stuff. So
nice. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Now that I'm really, really hungry.
Yes, me too. The Spanish noodles you showed us were pretty damn good. Jesus Christ. I kept checking my mailbox.
I wonder if anybody made that, anybody ever made my Spanish noodles that I talked about. Anyways, let's get through this. So Scooby and Shaggy, the pizza thing, all of a sudden there comes a black car driving by with a man in like this black shadowed trench coat and hat. And I reminded me of a Giallo character,
It did.
Yeah.
And I love that scene. I mean, it doesn't even have to be Scooby-Doo. It's just this dark car starting up, going down a drive. You can see the violin case. You can just see the shadows of the figures and everything. And of course, hits a rock, and the violin case goes flying out of the window, and it lands on the ground. And Shaggy's all, "Hey, mister, you dropped your violin." Goes over and picks it up and says, "Hey, man, this is really heavy." Which to me, a violin would be about the same weight of all that money, but that's just me. And they open it up and there's all this cash inside. It's like, whoa, look at all this cash. And so he goes, "I'm going to call the gang. Scooby, you watch the violin case." And he puts it down on the sidewalk.
But yeah, Scooby, I almost got the names mixed up. Scooby looks over to the car because the car comes back. And next to the car is this, I haven't seen this before, but a sexy female dog, poodle, hopping. Actually, I think we did in one of the early episodes. Yeah.
We did as well, but it was a real dog. It was the chasing for the dog napper, decoy for the dog napper.
Decoy for the dog. Yeah. But this was like a poodle going back for, and took the attention away from Scooby, and Scooby looked away, and they stole the money back, and the poodle went up because it was just a puppet,
Yeah,
is what we find out. So it's what I hear. It's a red herring, Dave. Puppet master, yeah.
That's right.
Dave Plouffe, DPP, yep. Okay, so Dave, that was a great movie episode.
Thank you for being here. Go back next week.
I like this one.
All right.
But I like the character. I like the car. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And so then the gang shows up and they play charades with Scooby going, "Ooh, ooh," and they're like, he can talk. Just tell him what happened. But no, they're doing charades. And of course, Shaggy is interpreting and everything. And they're all like, what's going on with this money type of thing.
And Fred looks down. I think it's Fred or Velma. Velma looks down and says, Fred says it. He goes, look, what's that? It's a puppet controller. And look what's on the other side of it. It says Pietro's Puppets.
Too bad I didn't say Pietro's Pizza.
Oh.
But then
I cannot wait to look in the fridge to see.
Then they sum up the clues. So each person says one of the clues that they found. And then what did they yell out? Counterfeiters.
Yeah, counterfeiters. So, and their plan was to let's go find a place and audition. This is late at night when everything's closed.
Okay. Then they're going to a theater, but it's Pietro's Puppets. Is that part of the theater, or is he renting out space? Is he in charge of the theater? It was so
it was
unclear.
Weird. Yeah, it was unclear. DW, leftover cold spaghetti, put in skillet, put in egg and fried frittata. Does that sound good, Dave?
I'm very hungry.
Egg and pizza, though.
I would do it.
Every now and then when my grandmother made spaghetti, she would replace the meat with chicken that she would bake, and it would fall off, and she would peel it into tiny little pieces, and it was a chicken spaghetti. It tasted super good, Dave.
It sounds good.
Yeah, I preferred the meat, but for an alternative, something different, it actually tasted pretty darn good. Anyways, welcome, DW. Don't think I've ever seen you in the chat before. Albert Jacobs, hello. What's going on? Good to see you. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Get us to 100 likes. So yeah, they're on their way to Pietro's Puppets, and they're going to.
They are, and it's at the Strand Theater. That's what I wrote down. That's the place where it's the big theater, but on the back side is Pietro's Puppets. So they knock on the door. They're all, oh, look, it's the Puppet Master.
I like how they're all looking in the back window, the door. It's got this big window.
If I was the Puppet Master and I'd look back, I'd be all, holy crow.
What are you kids doing? I'm going to pop you in the lip.
I'm going to get robbed here. But no, they want to audition Snoopy or
Snoopy. Scooby.
Oh,
they make him dance.
It's a long day.
They make him dance, and he goes,
we got a trained dog act for you.
Oh, my God.
And then Scooby is already looking for clues, and he sniffs this witch, and the witch's arms move, and he freaks Scooby out, so he runs back to the group, and they're all like, okay.
No, he flies back. And on his... He falls, and there's a dresser behind him with counterfeit money sticking out the drawer. Yeah.
So he takes the 20 and gives it to Fred, and Fred's all, we got to go. See you guys later.
Yep. Case solved.
Never mind.
Snoopy. Yeah, which Snoopy did you mean?
I don't know.
Snoopy?
I have no idea.
Okay. Okay, so he says...
Yes?
I'll bet you a donut it's phony. And
I used to work with one guy, old guy. He'd be, I'll bet you $1 do a donut. Okay.
I'll bet you that donut it's a phony. It says Fred. Velma says, nope, it's genuine. And I don't know how she knows her money.
She does. She knows. And Rich Cat Ranch is here. Hi.
Rich Cat Ranch. Look at this. It's been a while. What's going on, Rich Cat Ranch? Hello, Dino and Dave and chat. Good to see ya. Hopefully everything's well. I know things are well. I pop in your channel every now and then. Good to have you here. Okay, so yeah, Velma says, yeah, no, it's genuine, all right. I don't know why she says that, but she knows. She knows.
And so they're all, okay, we're going to circle back, and hopefully the guy will be asleep and we'll sneak into the theater.
The doorman is asleep in the chair holding that puppet, but it's an old guy.
It is an old guy.
And I'm like, if you're sleeping that way in the chair, you're not going to, that's going to hurt, man.
Yeah, it will, but that's okay.
Okay.
But my favorite part is when like the gang walks behind him quietly, and they're
Thank
like,
you, Connie.
and then like the puppet opens its eye, like, I'm not afraid. And that was kind of the creepy supernatural part of that episode,
Yeah, because I don't know what that was all about. It's really weird, because they come back later and they find out that doorman is a stuffed puppet. I mean, stuffed dummy.
Yeah. So the whole thing too is like when they go into the next room, they're talking, like they're not trying to be quiet or anything like that. They're not sneaking around. And it's just like, I wrote down, shut up. And then like all sorts of weird things happen to them. So we see a phantom up on a catwalk, and there's like, Shaggy has that time where he's standing and then the set falls behind him. And
he also said there during this time that, looking for clues in the clues closet. Anyways. Yeah. Well, because the man in the trench coat like thing, whatever it is, he's a giallo character. He's the killer.
He is.
He's trying to kill all of these kids.
Yes.
And he's not trying to hurt them. He's not trying to get money or he's trying to kill these kids. He's cutting knives and sets. And that was a Charlie Chaplin throwback,
Yes, it was. Uh-huh.
As the window falls down and goes straight through and Shaggy's still standing there. I like that. 81 likes. Thanks, Karen Banks. That's not bad. That's not bad. Hit that thumbs up button if you shall. But yeah, no, he's going, he's cutting stuff, he's dropping the sandbags, he's dropping the scenes, and none of them are hitting its targets. He's kind of bad at his job.
Probably nearsighted.
You think it's glasses?
Yes, I do.
Do you? Yeah. I think there's just something psychologically going on up there, and his equilibrium is off, and he can't concentrate well enough for the accuracy.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So, fortunately, we go to the stage.
Thank goodness. And can I say,
yes,
for Pietro's puppets, this is a huge place.
Well, that's just it. It's not.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's a theater and a puppet master and all that. And when they get on stage, like all these other life-size puppets start dropping down, like a Viking, and then there's a pirate, and then there's
the poodle comes back again.
Oh yeah,
Hi, Scoob. She's all sexy in her way.
She was a sexy poodle.
Yeah, she's sexy and she knew it.
Then they see the phantom down in the was it prompter's box?
Yes, the prompter's box. Yes.
And
you are correct, Dave. Yes.
Thank you. Daphne, thinking swiftly, takes some Scooby snacks and just throws them down there. And Scooby jumps into the prompter box, and he goes, "Curse you, Daphne."
Clues in the clues closet. I love that the prompter's box was set up to where it just goes right in the basement. And maybe, I mean, I would think that that's how it worked anyways, where you can get down and go under the stage, where you can go through the trap door, bring stuff up. But there were about 1 million empty violin cases down there.
Yes.
Empty. Just empty, Dave.
Don't they also find a fake engraving plate as well?
Well, that's not why they're down there, is it? Or is it? I think that's when they go to the wardrobe, or am I wrong?
Oh, you know what happens is they go downstairs, there's the violins, and then Fred's all, look for something out of place. And then they look, and there's a big harp case that's right next to the wall.
Yes.
And they open it up, and it's a secret passageway into a printer's room. You have a printing press, you have a fake $50 plate, and of course, Fred goes, quick, go upstairs, wake up the puppet master, let him know all this is going on right under his nose. And I'm like, don't do that. He's the bad guy.
Yeah. And the printer's plate for the money, it came out of the poodle puppet. And when they showed it, Velma grabbed one of the plates.
That must have been painful.
Yeah, I'm telling. Would you like your what's a good dog food? Chuck Wagon dog food with metal plates in it. Listen, no, so it came out of the neck, the stuffing of the puppet dog.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't remember that, Dave?
I do now.
Okay. So, but there were two of them. There was the front side and the back side. They only took the front side. Well, they're both. There's a front side and the back side to the poodle too.
Right.
And so, Scooby's only interested in,
never mind.
Yeah, forget it. But the front plate, they got.
Yeah.
She left the back plate behind.
Correct.
And then the front plate gets stolen from
the
them.
show is for 8-year-olds.
Yeah, a flying bird steals the front plate.
Flying bird.
Yeah.
And it's a puppet too.
Yeah.
And then they go, quick, get the puppet master. And they run over and they go, hey, buddy, boom. And he's like a puppet too. It's like, oh my God.
Chat's dead, Dave. Everybody's like rushed to the fridge to get some food.
Probably.
We
wish I could do that. 14 more minutes, I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, me too. Yeah. Yeah. And then so they're running through the next door, which goes down a long hallway. I mean, they're running for hours, so it's got to be a quarter of a mile long.
It is. It is.
And it leads to the stage door up underneath.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense, because if you look at the basement in the prompter's box, that would mean that tunnel led right back to there. And so it doesn't. Yeah. This is for an 8-year-old, this episode. All of them are, Dave. We're just grown adults who like this stuff.
I know.
Although, no, I think Scooby-Doo was an adult cartoon.
And this is the problem I had, too. Because you had a stage, right? And so they're locked, basically, the Phantom's chasing them. But then they go up this ladder into the darkness, and Fred peeks out, and he's like, hey, we're back on stage. And then the Phantom steps on the trap door, and Fred's all, hey, if we all push together, how do you get 5 people pushing together when you're on a single rung ladder? But they do. They open it up, slam, and they all come up at the same time. Do you know how much weight is on those ladder rungs? And if I was the Phantom, I'd just go down below and pull the ladder out, make them all fall.
100% correct. Stephanie just had cheese quesadillas.
Oh.
Let us know what you're eating. I know you guys all ran off to get some food. So Scooby-Doo chases the man.
Yeah, but the Phantom too is going, he's got this weird cackle laugh, and he's all, you'll never get away. You've learned my secret.
Oh, yeah. But it abruptly ends, this one. I mean, Scooby gets up the courage and starts chasing him, and he's chasing him and running after him, and he drops, the man drops into a drum, and they put a tuba over his head.
Oh,
and then the next thing you see is
I was hoping I had that wrong. That's what I had on my notes.
Yeah, no, it's just that. They don't even uncover it and say it's this person. No, next thing you know, it's Mr. Pietro. So it's the real Mr. Pietro.
It is.
Did they say why he was doing this?
They didn't say why. It was just the policeman didn't even bother getting out of his car. It's like a drive-by. He's just sitting there going, hey, thanks, kids. This town has been flooded with phony 20s. And it. And he just drives off in the end of the show.
Yeah, so Pietro just He's just got a counterfeit ring going on, is what's going on.
Ah,
Ezra, steak tip salad here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That sounds good. I'm on my second bowl of ice cream with whipped cream, Mr. Ed. Well, I'm not in the mood for sweets yet. I need a meal. We were talking pizza and spaghetti. I need something of substance. RAO's chicken cutlet parmesan microwave dinner. Top of the line. Doesn't get any better than that. Good to see you, Rad Star. Good to see you. So Dave, yeah, that was the episode. Both good episodes.
yeah, it was 9 and 10.
Yeah, what did IMD rate that one? You
I
rate
also
that?
like a 7.7.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, these are both really good, fan favorites. The earlier ones we did were actually up into the 8s, but this one was decent. I'd also do it about a 7.0. I think it's a little bit high on IMDb. So
Yeah. I like the one-liners. I like the scenes in the second Bedlam in the Circus and a little bit better. But this one had a little bit more of a cohesive story. So there's that. Made hamburger casserole, JLR. Oh, sounds good. Hamburger casserole. Is that slang for hamburger helper? Or is it an actual homemade?
I haven't had hamburger helper since the 80s.
There were a couple times I made it for my kids when they were younger, and I'm like going, "Oh, I shouldn't be making this. This is so awful for you."
You know what I want now?
What
Kraft
do you mean?
macaroni and cheese.
Oh, you know what? In a box? Yeah,
In a box, and then maybe cook some hot dogs, cut them up, put them in there, mix them together.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, that sounds good, without a doubt. Chicken stir fry for Connie. Good. Okay, so next week, man, it's cold check week, Dave.
It is.
Can't wait. Gonna be fun.
I'll be here.
Will you be here? Yeah. It sounds like it's still going. They're still active over there. Lots of
those are the parrots.
Is it the parrots now?
Parrots are flying over. It's 6:30.
Oh, right on time. Homemade and real name is Noodles Burger. Oh, you know what, JLR? My grandma made something like that was homemade. It was like I wouldn't call it a spaghetti sauce because it really wasn't a spaghetti sauce. It wasn't a brown sauce either, but there wasn't a lot of sauce to it, but it was the elbow noodles with the hamburger, and she would slice up some, and the sauce was sweet, but she would slice up very small, like and thin celery, and she would like just dashes of onion powder and garlic powder, and again, cheap dinners. My grandma was the queen of that. Yeah, just throw it in. And that was some good stuff, and it had such a distinctive taste. I've never been able to figure it out, Dave. I can't remember what or how, because it was such a different taste. I don't know. Anyways, you going back to childhood, it seemed, Dave. Yeah. Eclipse coffee syrup and milk. Yummy. Okay. Kolachki for dessert. Okay. So, Dave, I guess I will see you next week. And thank you, everybody, for being a part of the show this week. A little bit more serious next week with Kolchak, but you will still get. No, it'll still be goofy, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Carol Lindley. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go hang out with Ezra because he's got the steak tip salad.
That does sound good, but
that's my favorite of everything listed.
Really?
Yeah.
Steak tip salad.
Correct.
Say it 3 times fast.
No.
Steak tip salad. Steak tip salad. Steak tip. Okay, it wasn't that hard. Anyways, with that said, Dave.
Good night, everybody.
That's all?
Yeah, that's all I got.
You know.